Hi, today I'm going to continue from the video I did a couple of days ago. And the question was that how can you achieve sustainable weight loss? And since the weight is determined by the set point set by the hormones, so to achieve sustainable weight loss, we need to have a long term or a permanent change in the hormones. And one of the key hormones which impacts the body weight and actually the percentage of body fat stored in the body is insulin. At higher levels of insulin, the body will store more fat. At lower levels of insulin, the body will store less fat. So to lose weight, we need to have low levels of insulin or actually lower the insulin levels. Now, insulin in the body is typically affected by the foods eaten, by exercise, also is affected by stress, sleep, and things like that. But by far, the most impact is had by the diet or the foods that we eat. Um, and insulin is released in the blood after digestion of a meal in response to the rising blood glucose levels. And insulin will typically help the cells take up this released blood glucose so that the glucose levels in the blood can remain within a desired range, typically between 60 to 120 milligrams per deciliter. If there is more blood glucose that is released, then more insulin is produced. So to have lower insulin, we need to have foods that have a lower blood glucose released. Now, typically in food, there are three main macros, the carbs, the proteins, and the fats. And usually the carbohydrates have the most impact. They are converted, most of them are actually converted to glucose in a very short amount of time, typically as soon as 15 minutes. Proteins have a moderate amount of impact, and then fats have the least amount of impact. So, typically, fat would be an ideal food to eat if only insulin were the criteria, but of course, the body needs all kinds of nutrients. Through the realization that carbohydrates have such a big impact on blood glucose, then the clear path is that for a lower insulin response, we need to have lower carbs. So Dr. Jason Fung, in his book The Obesity Code, suggested 5 main guidelines for what kind of foods to eat. So first one was to minimize sugars, cut them out as much as you can, and this will include sugared beverages, juices, drinks, as well as cookies, cakes, candy, and all of those things. So refined sugar is out. Also, to minimize refined and processed grains. Typically, these refined and processed grains have the fat and the fiber removed, which actually makes the insulin response much higher. Proteins also have a moderate impact on blood glucose and hence will have an impact on the insulin that is released. So proteins should be had in moderate amounts. The healthy, natural, unprocessed fats can actually be increased. And similarly, fiber, which is sort of like, he calls it like an antidote to carbohydrate. It's like the antidote to the poison. So that should be more in diet. Fiber also has a lot of other benefits. So these are some guidelines on what to eat. But another important criteria is also when to eat. Same amount of food, but if it is eaten at different times, actually causes different insulin responses. So if you have a lot of frequent meals every 2 to 3 hours, the insulin response is actually higher, undesirable. So if you can reduce the frequency of meals to maybe going from 5 or 6 to about 2 or 3 per day, cutting out snacks, that is a very good change to make. Similarly, the overnight fast, Typically, people probably fast for 10 to 12 hours. If they have breakfast at 8 and dinner at 8, then they are fasting for about 12 hours a night. And these overnight fasts, the longer you can make them, the better. And this is intermittent fasting, so people will typically fast for 14, 16, 18 hours a day. And then he also recommends longer fasts, which are like typically 24 to 36 hour fasts, about once or twice a week. And that these longer fasts, because no food is being eaten, actually allow the insulin to come really, really down. And the lower the insulin gets, the easier it is for the body to lose weight or burn the fat. These were some of the tips relating to the diet for losing weight. Other things like exercise, stress, and sleep also have an impact on insulin. Exercise, especially the strength training, lifting weights, is considered quite beneficial because it trains the muscles to take up or uptake that glucose, and therefore reducing the amount of glucose that's there in the blood, and therefore reducing the amount of insulin that will be produced. Similarly, stress is not good, so the lower you can have your stress, the better. And good sleep is also considered helpful. So actually, optimal sleep is the best. So hope you found this useful, and I will see you in the next video.